Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Metro Prime Randomizer Tournament 2025. We got Amojini versus Interslice. No RAs today. This is a nice seed. I am Drake Post. I'm joined by Markers. Hello, Markers.
Hello, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I'm a little sore, but that's good. That's a good sign. I worked out hard enough yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, this is a group stage match. I don't know what their records are already. Let me actually check. Slice. They have not played yet. This is their first match of the tournament. Okay.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah.
Quite a big matchup then for first time for the tournament for both of them. So, well, not first time tournament, but first time in this match. So,
I'm going to be doing the tracking dock. Marker's going to take over the tracker, the on-screen tracker. If we're missing anything, just let us know. Because we didn't get any. Looks like the sound is really, really quiet for one of our players, so I'm going to increase it. That was probably a bit too much. Do that.
All right, space jump first. Here we go. Interslice first try, and Amojini first try.
We have no music for Amojini. Okay. What is that? Nothing, I think. Yeah, it's a nothing.
What is a nothing? Undership is some sort of missile. Probably scanning here to see if it's launcher. Nope, expansion.
Good. I like it when players do that. It gives you info. Still a bit quiet. Let me bring this up. Okay, I'll do in between. Let's do that. Okay, good. Alright, so our logical checks as usual, our Hive Totem, and that's it. Hive Totem, and that's it. I believe that's a missile on Vault or Pipe, but I missed what else.
I did not quite see what was up there on the vault ledge.
Just going to get another look at it. Meanwhile,
Nursery is PD expansion. That might be worth grabbing if bombs is pretty early there. Early PB expansion's invaluable.
Hive Totem can in fact be SJ. Okay, Ron. Hive Totem can be a lot of things. Actually, it can only be 3 things, I believe. Yes, morph ball. Either morph ball. Actually, it can't be morph ball in this case because.
Yeah, not in this case, but
there's space jump. So I'm guessing either missile launcher is probably on grapple edge or vault edge.
Yep, I'd assume so.
Yeah. Unfortunate that we have to do this entire thing without a missile launcher. At least one expansion would have been nice here. We'd be able to check 2 items.
Alright, so work out with maybe coming back with morph ball bombs, so that way you can get the PB expansion and those 2 checks. So might just be worth just trying to cruise to find bombs immediately, depending on how deep they are, though.
No idea what was on vault edge. I'm guessing this is launcher. It is not.
Expansion.
Still nice to have. This one's
yeah, it's probably launcher here. There it is. Alright, what is in vault today?
PB expansion, I believe. Okay, so do we go back to Hive Totem? Yeah, I think we do. We have the wall, we have the peak.
Yeah, at this rate, pretty good probability that it's morph ball. So, plus I think the save station's over here. Yeah, and honestly, just probably save warp back after these 2 quick checks, or 1 check, 1 peek, and then just head back for your other missile checks.
Oh, your site's not doing the peak. Blew up. Maybe just doesn't know about the peak. That's a little unfortunate. Actually, no, we have 2 items here.
Yeah, my peak. Oh yeah, behind Hive Totem.
Transport access north.
Still might hit the peak on the way back, though, depending on what this item is. If they know.
Supers.
And that is supers.
Yeah. So
Good. Yeah, good pickup there. So probably no save warp back yet. Probably morphin tree. Oh, Amojini's got to be careful here. Yeah. They surprisingly do a lot of damage.
Missile, and then what's up top? I have no idea. No clue what's up top. TTB is also logic.
Interslice also taking I think a double hit there. Ended up chunking down some HP. He's got to be careful in this tunnel. No morph ball to absorb the damage.
Oh, that's what does it? It's morph ball that absorbs the damage?
Yep, from these little guys here.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, so for anybody that is thinking about racing or anything else here, if you morph ball in there and you can just roll right through them, I think you take like 2 damage or something. It's pretty crazy.
But if you're not morph, then you take 1 billion damage.
Yep.
Grapple ledge is an E-tank, which we kind of want. Why are we not... Oh, I guess we'll super on the way back. I just want to do this dash first.
Very nice and needed E-tank there. Good timing. Oh, no morph tree, just missiles.
So TTB is the answer here, it seems like. It was strange. I feel like Amojini took a little bit of a risk going here instead of going on morph tree. What's in TTB? It could be morph ball, could be wave beam, I believe.
X-ray.
Huh? Wait, what am I missing?
No Varia, no morph, no grapple, so it's not top of root cave yet.
We have to miss it.
Yeah, what check are we missing? Amojini here might assume that grapple will be soon here and is going to peak the top of the root cave. I'm not sure if without morph, Amojini will do the out of bounds for Arbor Chamber. Might be a little risky.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of stumped here. What?
Grapple has to be somewhere early then.
Okay,
yep, because there's wave B. Okay, so grapple is in Artifact Temple then, most likely.
Ah, that's the check I was missing. Artifact Temple, okay. Well, not necessarily. It could still be multiple Artifact Temple.
Oh, true, yeah.
I want Amojini to grab hands here. I feel like this is I feel like we should grab hands.
Like you said, if it is Morph Ball, this could be leaving behind something pretty critical for early Chozo. But what else would Wave Beam open up here? Tower of Light, the lower chamber. Oh, this is literally just Tower Chamber.
Yeah, it is. In fact. Alright, Interslice being a little careful here because if we get stuck, we are screwed. We don't have bombs to escape. Oh my god! Arbor Chamber is Morph Ball.
That is crazy, and that is a huge out of bounds.
Okay, so we need... Wow, the logic
Plasma.
is savage here. So
yeah,
that means that can't be... or maybe Plasma could be Tower of Light here.
Yep, and then Grapple, probably Artifact Temple still. Yeah, I think that's what it has to be. Grapple, Artifact Temple, Plasma here in Tower Chamber.
Yeah, I don't think it can be anything else because the Morph Ball is too... Oh, we're going to Tower of Light, okay.
Oh, I have not seen that climb before that way. That is really, really nice.
I think it's a little slower than just dashing across and falling if you fall. Interslice is going to confirm the logic chain for us here. Around the missile. Figure crash site is not in logic yet. Okay, tower chain,
no,
nothing yet. So Tower. Okay, wait. So Tower of Light is not logical until we have a bunch of missiles, which we do not have. We need one more. We need one more missile, I think. No, we need another missile because more. Wow, hold on.
It's 1, 2, 3. It takes 40 to be in beginner logic, I think.
refresh site was also nothing. So, what is this wave being on the lock, actually? Maybe we can just do nothing?
This still has to be plasma somewhere near. And maybe it expected more missile pickups. We'll see. It's the only thing that makes sense to my brain. An artifact. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. What are we missing?
Truth. It could just be that the logic chain is longer than we think it is. So it could be artifact temple. It could be artifact temple. Ice? No, it can't be because we need more fall to get to friggin' crash sites.
There's no way this is not grapple, right? What else would wave beam unlock? We don't have thermal.
Nothing. Just... Artifact temple. As that's the answer, Varia. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, this logic chain is pretty nasty then, honestly.
Yeah, that's so Magmore's gonna have grapple and plasma. That's that's pretty horrendous. That is pretty horrendous. So where in Magmore specifically, I believe Vault is not like no, we can't logically. So it has to. So we have to go through TTB. So Interslice should go TTB here.
Yeah, and then it might just be as deep as going all the way almost to Magma Pool. Whatever the 2 checks are. I think it's Tricyclops bit beforehand.
That is a PB expansion.
Yep.
In gallery tunnel. So Magmore. So I think it has to be Fire Shore's lower.
Yep.
And Triclops pit.
Yep. I think that's the only 2 open at the moment.
Yeah, and Amojini being hard punished for not going Artifact Temple. If we did Artifact Temple immediately, then Amojini would be in an excellent spot right now.
Agreed. And getting the super missile here is great for later, especially if something is locked by supers, but unfortunately this is just going to be a bait for Amojini here as well. To go straight to the tree.
Okay, because the Morph Ball really just hard locks us from a bunch of stuff. So yeah, Fire Shore is lower. Grapple?
I think that was grapple. Yeah.
And then next should be Plasma.
Got it. And then, yeah, Tricyclops pit. I think the jump to that platform is beginner, so I think that has to be it.
Tall E, and then after that Morph Ball takes us further into Chozo.
Yeah,
but
I guess Warrior Shrine technically is in logic too, a space jump, isn't it? Beginner wise, yeah, I think it is actually.
Might
so it's either that or Tricyclops bit. Nope. Tricyclops pit it is, and that should be Plasma. Still no bombs though, which is a little bit concerning. Can't unfortunately just dip straight into Fen. Unless if you go through Twin Fire tunnels, I believe.
Yeah, we would like to go to Fen. Yep, Triclops pit Plasma. But we do get to at least check Storage Cavern here.
There's Amojini discovering the Varia, which unfortunately is just ever so slightly behind Interslice here in the chain. I'm a little bit worried though, with that out of bounds into Arbor Chamber, that is such a huge advantage here, not having to go back there. Looked like a nothing, I think.
Okay, it's Tower of Light is one of them, which we already saw.
Yep.
And then Shrine.
Ruined Shrine. Burn Dome.
Cross
Cave. Sun Chamber.
And Hallways.
So might be a required ice here as well.
So Ruined Shrine, I don't know which one, upper or lower. We didn't get to see that. Rando. Don't know which one either.
Yep, one way or another, required plant. Depending on the skill of both runners here, I believe both of them do know early wild. So if the artifact is on Ghost, I do believe both of them should be able to get it at least in the first pass. Strategy-wise here, I'm a little bit concerned about going into Elder Chamber without ice, just in case. Well, actually, I think ice would be required for both of those checks. So
Yeah, for both of them.
So I forgot about the door after you slide the statues. So
unfortunately, there's no save station, so Interslice has to go all the way back this way.
Yeah.
But now it's just carry on into Chozo, where I'm sure we will find vanilla bombs.
Yep.
For some reason.
Should just be, I believe, bombs and ice go mode. I don't think either of them will require any of the other items, especially seeing PB expansions early. I think we should be good there.
Yeah, just need bombs and that will give us access to a PB expansion.
Oh, Interslice just now checking.
Yep. Shrine, Dome, Frost Cave, Sun Chamber, and Hall of the Elders. Yes. Okay. Things are going to start making sense for Amojini pretty soon here.
Yep. Oh, gotta be careful of that lava there. Right, back up we go. I'm not sure when the lava pool actually gets deeper there, but can get trapped there without gravity. Ooh, be careful.
Interslice looking at the Tower of Light now. Gonna find nothing. Or rather, just gonna find the artifact.
Grapple beam was not cooperating there for Amojini.
Okay, so it's upper shrine is dead. It's the lower shrine that has our artifact. So we need bombs.
This is actually going to route very nicely for Interslice here. Well, where was that first PB expansion that we saw? Should be an easy PB to at least grab that artifact.
Nursery. We're going to have to backtrack for this artifact, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Interslice is hoping to find a power bomb here or bombs, but is not going to find anything. We're going to have to head straight to Gathering Hall here.
Yep. Amojini here at 29 health. Got to be real careful. Those turns do a lot of damage as well.
So yeah, pretty linear start. Some of this difference in time is movement. It seems like Interslice is superior in terms of movement so far. But just the poor routing decisions. Not going Artifact Temple, they were really hard punished us.
Yeah. If Amojini would have saw that Varka earlier, and I don't know, there's still a lot of back and forth with this early route, so maybe it's just straight movement advantage, but I actually don't know of maybe a clean route that would have...
The clean route would have been what Amojini could have done. If Amojini did Root Cave into Varya Suit, I guess the God route would have been just book it to Artifact Temple, but I don't think anybody does that.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Because what if like Morph Ball's just TTB and then now you have to go all the way back for your crash site. So yeah, just not going to Artifact Temple is punished Amojini pretty significantly here.
Yeah, agreed.
We're now going to find the plasma and is going to be informed, oh boy, this is a weird seed. What in God's name is... Yep. What in God's name is... Oh, we're doing... Oh, I guess we have extra visors, so we can do magma pole dash. Oh, we have extra... Oh, actually, yeah, this is in... Wait a second, this is in logic. X-ray, nothing, in magma pool. Training chamber access is in logic, but training chamber itself is not. Training chamber.
So see what is here. Small little peek in, just the... Definitely not worth the wall crawl. Hopefully find some other ways. It's a very low low E seed so far too.
Just low items.
Yeah.
Actually. So watering hole access is a logic. Watering hole lower, watering hole upper as well. Dynamo lower, yes. Burn dome. And that's it in terms of logic without bombs. If we get ice beam, that'll be extra stinky. That would be. I would ping pong
Yeah.
us straight back to Overgrown Cavern. That would be amazing. Water hole access.
Might have missed it, but did Interslice pick up a PB expansion yet? Because at this point, I feel like that's pretty invaluable, especially.
No,
like,
we don't
with
have
Watery
access
Hole
to
there.
one. We have only Ruined Nurseries, a PB expansion.
Oh, not yep.
Yeah.
I thought I saw
Vault was a-
someone.
Vault
Vault was the other
PB
one. That's right.
Yeah, we don't have access to it. There's bombs.
And there's bombs, anyways. Never punished.
So now, where's bombs? After this, I guess we just do checks for Ice Beam.
Yeah.
A lot of the game is just opened up to us. We can now go do the entirety of Fen.
Oh, mark out the bombs. There
I
we
think
go.
we do Zoid here, of course. We do Flagra.
Yep. Also early wild. Well, I guess how much HP does early wild take?
I think we do Furnace as well. How much HP does Early Wild take?
Yeah, because you have to take damage, right, while you're on the zoomers or whatever they are.
Oh, just a little bit. I don't even think it's like anything more than 20. Honestly, it's tiny.
Oh, okay.
I think you can do it at 1 take comfortably.
Oh, that reminds me. Is the suit's progressive damage reduction in this preset?
Just the standard settings. So I don't know what the standard settings are. I think it might be progressive.
Yeah. I'm not sure what
And
they.
Amojini
what
gets
they
the
got.
fun use. Crossway's non-logic, Energy Chamber. I think we do. I think we go to Antechamber and save warp here. And then go to Fan through Fiery Shores. Or do we do Lava Lake here? No. I feel like we backtrack after Zoid. Do Flagra. Early Wild. Lava Lake into Fen.
Yeah. Well, at this
maybe.
point,
Actually, no. I think we do Flagra, Ruined Nursery to grab the PB, then we do Fen. And then we go to.
yeah, I agree with that. I think
Want the
there's
PB.
no. Yeah, you want the PB expansion, and plus, there's no reason just to not rush artifacts right now, especially, hopefully you find ice along the way, but given that there's going to be quite a bit that's going to be blocked by ice, you're going to run out of options pretty quick, I feel like.
This is kind of weird. I guess another option is Antechamber, Save Warp, Ruin Shrine into Nursery PB, into Lava Lake, into Fen. Or Vault into Ruin Nursery, back to Vault, back to Lava Lake. I don't know. No route here is comfortable. The aggressive, hyper-aggressive route here would be Flagra, Fen, and skip everything else. But isolating Ruin Shrine is kind of weird. Ruin Shrine kind of makes routing this awkward.
Yeah.
Nothing's comfy to do with Ruin Shrine here. But I think it has to be done. I think now's the best time to do it. Ideally, we leave Chozo and never have to touch it ever again. Or at the very least, come back to it at the very end. Spider Ball.
Spider.
Do we go back for an upper dynamo? Do we do that? Yeah, why not, I guess. I don't know. I'd be fine with skipping it. I'd be fine with not skipping it.
If you're this
think either
close, I
plays.
mean, you're this close.
This does put Antechamber into logic now, though, so... Yeah. Actually, wait. Is the climb to the bomb slot in Hall of the Elders beginner? Or do you need Spider? 'Cause that's the trick. with Spider Ball.
Which part? So
Hall of the Elders bomb slot to activate the other three.
No,
color bombs.
that's a with space jump. That's a beginner.
Okay, never mind. Okay, so Spider Ball only does upper dynamo for us.
But I think you do need Spider Ball for activate or, no, you don't. You just need Wave Beam. Yep, because the bowling ball takes you all the way up there. Yeah, with Wave. So
All right.
just a missile there now.
So antechambers and logic, Logix and logic, TTAs and logic, fire shores not yet. Ooh,
And you know,
workstation is thermal away from being logic, but I don't think we're gonna deal with that. But yeah, the entire new fan is like a whole bunch of fan is in logic.
Let's see. I think Interslice is at 2 artifacts now because of Dynamo, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Or Zoid. Not Dynamo.
Oh, that's correct.
I missed what was an upper furnace. That's Ice Beam in Crossroads.
No way. So that is boost locked logically, I believe.
Yes, it is.
So that should be a tip off that boost might be somewhere soon too.
Boost could be a lot of places actually. This could be like a comical, like a lot of places. Oh no, that's Ice Spreader. Never mind. Oh. We're not done yet. Oopsie. It's hard to see on our end.
Re-click the right one there. Perfect.
Okay, not going to antechamber. Not going to antechamber. Just crossroads. Antechamber is a bit slow. I guess we do sun chamber into that. So yeah, a lot of options here. I'm not sure which one's the best one, but it seems like Interslice is liking this one.
I mean, I get it, but also with how common ice has been in antechamber, like vanilla ice, especially beginner logic.
Yep.
You're all the way over here.
That is a possibility.
Could be super punishing for Interslice if it's vanilla ice beam.
We do have Spider and Supers, so that does put antechamber. That does put something else into logic significantly, which is Flagra or Ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
So Dynamo into Ghosts into What else is in logic? I don't believe. No, we're uncovering. Yeah. Okay. So just a bunch of stuff in fan. Imagine if this is boost. Ice Spreader and logic without ice beam. Shorelines and logic, lighthouse and logic. Shows of ice, I believe is in logic. Beverly Elder is in logic. Dynamo is nothing.
This is second artifact.
Ice runes, west, east, Fen Canyon, Rune Courtyard. Not quite Cumon yet. Research Lab Hydra, yes. Observatory, no, actually. We don't have boosts to get through Observatory, so not as many logical checks as I thought. My list has Sun... Actually, I missed what was Rune Fountain. Did you see what was Rune Fountain? Because that could be significant.
I honestly didn't see the peak in it, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check
and I don't know if Interslice ever went back there either.
I'm gonna check the VOD. That is important info, I think.
I did know Amojini did the pick there. Yeah, and with Ice Beam, that's what I was saying. Like, frigate, mines out of logic, early Fen, you can go all the way to labs, I believe, unless if Thardis. I think Thardis is logical is supers and no thermal yet though, so not yet.
No thermal. We can't go past observatory, so labs is not fully on logic here.
Yeah, so really,
yeah. So in terms of counts, checks, we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, I missed what was Water Hall lower. I should check that. And Missile was upper first. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Most of those are in Fen.
Yep. Which will most likely point to either thermal visor or boost at this point.
Yeah.
And then if it is Ice Beam...
wait. Cumon's in logic. We have Grapple and Spider. I forgot about that. Thardis is in logic. No, it is not. We don't have thermal. Excuse me.
Well, thermal. Yep.
Transport Axe is in logic.
Well, Quarantine Monitor is because you can go through Twin Fires with Spider Ball and Varia. Yeah. So, getting to the back of Fen is in logic. We still haven't seen main PVs yet. A lot of gravity blocks. So, the reverse Fen, or the far Fen, I should say.
Also, we don't have Ice Beam to get into far Fen, so Transport Axe is not logic either, so. Yeah, we need
Ice Beam Quarantine Monitor right now would probably be... It'd be a nice little location there.
I don't think any sane individual does Cumon here. I think they do go through front Fen. There's way too many checks there. A bunch of plasma checks. What came into logic last, though? Spider Ball, right?
Let's see. Thinking about the chain. Plasma's early.
Spider. Yeah, the last thing that came into logic was Zoid Spider. Yeah, so, but then there's also Spider Ball checks in front Fen as well, Fen North. So,
yeah,
I feel like front Fen is just the objectively better play here.
Yeah, with Plasma too.
Yeah, way too many checks.
I think
we still phase undefined.
Say no to the ice spreader there, or come back for it.
No, turn around. Yeah, turn around.
Turn around. Okay, this is something I'll ask in the post-game interview. Why both of them did not want to elect checking for Vanilla Ice Beam?
I'll write it down in the doc. No anti-chamber after Zoid. Question mark. I don't mind it. There seems to be a lot of people who don't really like going to anti-chamber. And I'm going to trust their judgment on it. Like, Baja has talked about this, Sam has talked about this. It seems to be one of those controversial things, but...
With Ice Spreader, are we missing something too? Like, I don't think Ice Spreader logically...
It does nothing. It does nothing.
Yeah, so I feel like both of them took the exact same turning point, and I feel like I'm missing something.
Could just be a preference. A missile was Flogger, but the artifact was Ghost.
Yep.
I will check Flogger.
Which, that could be what Spider Ball is technically for. So even though we want to follow Spider Ball checks, maybe could end up being punishing too.
Flogger's missile. And yep, probably going for the PB expansion and nursery, and then shrine, and then
Wait, did Interslice already do ghosts?
Yes, Interslice finishes.
Holy cow, that was quick.
Yeah.
I blinked.
Amojini's probably going to follow up. Amojini's pretty identical in terms of the route from this point. Just missed.
I have I have not seen Interslice play live at all. Interslice is pretty darn quick.
Oh, this is also power expansion. I think nursery. I think you grab both the nursery one and this one as well.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm pretty sure it's slower to shoot the missile door through this pipe than it is to just roll out. Also, nice. Hello. Okay.
Random prime doors, please.
Right. Okay. That's a bug that needs fixing. Yep, going for the nursery one as well. And then shrine, and then and I'm gonna go into the VOD and check what was up first because I'm far too curious. But yeah, aside from Antechamber and Elder Chamber, we're done. And Fartros is pretty accessible, so...
Yeah.
In that case, I don't mind...
And early chip.
I don't mind skipping... I don't mind skipping Antechamber because it is more accessible later on, but the possibility of it being Vanilla Ice is kind of hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's number 4.
Slice, yep.
And at this rate, too, with Amojini not checking...
Especially considering they have to come back for Hall of Elders as well.
Yes, yeah. Which, I mean, if Ice was there, that could have been an all-in-one done trip, too, so...
Yeah.
But I think the problem is with Interslice's movement here, and with Amojini not, maybe taking that risk, I feel like if it's taking the same path as Interslice here, is unfortunately just going to be behind. Like, if it ends up being Vanilla Ice Beam, I think Interslice will have more checks done to realize where it's at before Amojini will. Now Amojini onto Ghost for the 3rd artifact, I believe.
Yeah, so... Yeah, so I mean, it is the only logical check in Chozo Antechamber, but just looking at this list makes me uncomfortable. The odd man out is Antechamber on this list. We have Antechamber, Lava Lake, TTA, and then a bunch of checks in front Fen.
Yeah.
Fen North. So.
It's kind of the name of the game, though, sometimes. Play play your odds, get burned. Play aggressive, get burned. Play conservative, get burned. So sometimes you just get randoed. So
yeah, you're gambling. Every decision you make is a gamble. It's about making good gambles, not about making, you know, etc. etc. That's why we
somehow
have upper bracket and a lower bracket in these tournaments. So if you get randied once, it's not completely over.
Yeah.
And we have multiple chances to play. So, as an SM Rando player, are you all excited to play Prime 4? I have not so high opinions of Nintendo, so not particularly. But I know a lot of people are hyped. Oh, Warrior Shrine. I guess we could do Upper Fire Shore as well here. Why not?
Yep. Now it was peaked, but maybe with PBs now, just double checking on the way through.
I don't think Upper Shrine was peaked.
Why
do they keep buying their products? Is the question.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And there it is. Okay.
So that is not in logic, but Power Bombs puts Thardus into logic, which is
probably PB's early fan at this point. Where is Power Bombs in this tracker? There you are. No, not Power Bombs. Thermal. Wrong button.
I mean, most trackers typically put Power Bombs when the player has acquired a Power Bomb, but I don't like doing that. I think we should just leave it empty, just to keep the logic clear for us.
Yeah. For mains only.
I wish we had an option to make it so it's like you picked up an expansion versus you picked up that. Okay. Yeah, grab a missile, why not? This is Prime 1, you like missiles. Prime 2 doesn't really matter as much.
Nice instant unmorph there out of the tunnel.
Yep. Really easy, you just roll right and hit the button and then you instantly unmorph. Looks like Amojini is electing the PB and Vault. I'm not sure I like that.
I think coming out of Ghost, it kind of makes sense, but also I don't know which way it's going to be faster. But
we have Ruin Nursery and we have
yeah. Plus
I guess if we grab all three, then that's not too bad.
Yeah.
All right. Now Ryan, we're gonna go.
Oh, okay. There we go.
All right, off we go. I have no idea what's in Lighthouse. I will never know. Okay. So off to where are we going?
At this point, both artifacts. Yep.
Ooh, we could also save warp all of the. No, I feel like you do Frost Cave right now. I feel like you do Frost Cave immediately, and then you go do all the others last. Okay, safety saving. That's good.
With the trek back to Fen taking even with the fastest movement, taking a while. Ooh.
Where are we going?
Maybe it's faster to go through Magmorn.
Oh yeah, we don't. Yeah, it might be faster, and also we don't want to do Thardus skip.
Yep.
Yeah. It's actually very easy. It's actually much easier than you think. All you have to do is scan the close point to your left and dash, and it's a pretty simple dash. If you do the spider track one notch further in the room, then you have to do a really tough bend. That's tricky for a beginner, but if you're a beginner and you just want to skip Thardus, walk up to the edge of the ledge before jumping into Thardus, look directly to your left. There should be a scan point to the bottom left. Scan it, dash, and you'll skip Thardus.
Oh.
Thank you, Bella, for that.
I'll have to give that a try.
Skipping Thardus is very, very, very useful. Very, very useful. I believe it's slightly faster to do the other method, the harder one, but who cares? It's fine, as long as you skip Thardus. That's good. So yeah, we are really good equipment here to beat the game. The only thing we'd like is boost.
Yep.
So that we can do Ridley without and get the phase-on suit without any issues.
And at this point, I don't think I mean, given the skill of both of these racers, I don't even think boost is really required for either of them. It would just be a nicety for Ridley, I think, at this point.
And speed. Boost is fast. Dash off the Magmor. Dash off the Magmor. Then grab onto this dude. Hold R. Open the door. Dash. Oopsie. Must have been up, but that's okay. Don't even bother plasma processing. But yeah, I'm not even going to bother tracking what's in logic now because everything's in logic. Everything's
Yeah.
logic aside from like boost checks, which yeah. And I guess thermal and APBs, but I guess PBs will show up soon enough.
Yeah, and at this rate, I mean, you just want to narrow down in the game where you need to go next. So
we know that grav and main PBs can't be in mines because we need grav to get to mines.
Yep.
Because we need thermal. Or wait, actually no wait. We can get main. No, yeah, we still need. Grav. Never mind.
Yeah, or early fen still. A lot of early fen was good. I still think it's main PBs or gravity probably in early fen somewhere to start putting things in it back into logic for the PBs, but
what I'm saying is because you need thermal to get through mines the intended way through frigate. So I was flipping my logical conclusions upside down. The conclusion was that we need PBs to get into mines, that PB and therefore PBs have to be coming up at some point here.
Ah, gotcha.
Like PBs cannot be in mines.
Yeah, because yes, yep.
I just flipped it upside down. What is that? Wave busters. I'll take it. I like a more complete tracker. Frost Cave, save warp, climb Overrun Cavern, save warp. Climb for your crash site, grab the stuff, and then book it. And then save warp again, and then fight really. And then, yes. And then find out that the Phazon suit is in Phazon mines, as is tradition. And then just go to PPC, go to lower mines, don't even bother with upper mines.
And if it's not in Phazon mines, it's a bug. Let's report it. Joking.
If you happen to use 7TV, there is an emote for this. You can grapple onto that thing from that distance? What in God's name was that? I guess we technically lane gravity for this, but I'm pretty sure we can do a space jump out.
And there's the 5th artifact for Frost Cave. What is the artifacts that Amojini is missing? I think I grabbed Ghost, right?
Yeah.
And there's Ice Beam.
I'm pretty sure Amojini should have everything that's aside from Frost Cave.
Wasn't it? Did Amojini grab?
Pretty sure Amojini.
I don't think they grabbed. Did they grab thermal? Let me see here.
No, they didn't. They didn't do Rune Shrine or Warrior Shrine. They just flew right past it. Oh, save warping after Ice Beam. Okay. Okay. I actually don't know which is faster. Now that I think about it, I don't know which is faster. Getting to Frost Cave this way or after a save warp. Ooh, I actually don't know. If Interslice might have actually been better off save warping. I actually don't know. I really don't know. We're not even checking the frigate crash site item. I'm not sure I agree with that.
I mean, there is a save after frigate. Like, where does Amojini tie this into to get to Fen quickly after grabbing all the
save warp, Fire Shores, or save warp Twin Fires.
Yeah, so still has to take pretty much the same traversal as Interslice did, just later.
Yeah. I'm just not sure which route is more effective to do the Frost Cave artifact first or second. I guess that's something Sam would probably know.
And grab B vanilla. In this case with grapple, I think yes, I think so.
Oh, we already checked for your crash site. That's right. I remember now. I'm a dummy.
Did I miss Burn Dome artifact on Amojini? Okay, that's what I missed.
Amojini has 4. Okay, any chamber done. I think we do Elder Chamber here as well, just in case. It is the last Jozo item in the game.
Well, it's an artifact, right? Or one of them is?
Yeah. Hall of the Elders is an artifact, and then Elder Chamber is just the last check.
Gotcha.
I feel like you don't skip it here. I think it's a bit too aggressive to skip it here. After that, Amojini has to go to Frost Cave.
Yep.
But yeah. Okay, so when Ridley tells us that the Phazon suit is in Phazon Mines, I believe we save warp, then we go book it straight to workstation to get to PPC, and then yeah, I do lower mines. It's just usually if it's in mines, it's usually in lower mines. Do we do Life Grove? No, we don't have boosts. It's a bit slow. I think we just do the thing here.
Now at this rate,
here, you can jump up here. When you're you can like dash to this door that Interslice is just at. Like fail to reach the door, but as long as your head pops up above the platform, so that you hit the trigger, the load trigger, you can then drop, and then climb up back up using the toad, and the room you'll actually get to the room faster because it will start loading earlier. That's one of those cases where doing the room slower hits the load trigger faster. If you didn't know about that.
Did not.
Okay. I don't even think we use a pivot save here. I think we just have
no.
to fight Ridley and yeah.
Fight Ridley, get hint. If it's mines, there'll be a decision to make whether just to do bar skip and go just start clearing it from the top down, or going through Twin Fire. And
feel like because we don't have boost, I'd rather, well, we have X-ray, so we can at least check the daily research item. So
yeah. Well, the boost list for that the laser it's not too bad. So I think it's just more so, do you want to try to clear full mines from the top down, or do you want to go at the halfway point and then take the 50-50 of upper or lower? I think is the big question right now. This is, of course, assuming it's in Phazon mines.
Oh. I was like, got him on that shot. Wow. There is a setup here to do to hit Ridley on the flybys. There's a setup discovered for remastered. Also, Interslice should really just be spamming this.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I'm not sure. Plenty of missiles. You're gonna have to save after Ridley anyways. Yeah. So might as well just burst it down. And oh, very nice R jump by Amojini there. Nice little bunny hop.
No, we really should be spamming this. Well, I believe like you want like 20 missiles for the final phase.
Yeah.
So we have 60 to go here.
Uh-oh, found the lava with no gravity. Hopefully Amojini can get out here. It's gonna be a lot of damage. Okay. Whew. I know at some point I probably would have taken a death with this low E seed. Fighting really with 2 E tanks is pretty crazy. And no damage reduction from the other 2 suits either. Alright, here comes Ridley for the final phase. Do you know if the manip works for Ridley if it's if you didn't do boost? Because I was trying to understand why everybody sits in that corner.
It's just so that Ridley doesn't do the dash. Doesn't do that.
Yeah.
I think maybe Interslice messed up the location. Yeah, this doesn't look like it's the right spot. But it's fine. Probably gonna do supers here. Yep.
And goodbye, Ridley.
Alright. Is the phase on suit in mines?
Watch it be Life Grove.
That'd be fun.
Oh!
You had to say it.
All right.
So, what do we got here? Let's see.
We got Frigate or we got Life Grove.
Life Grove,
Both of which neither gravity nor boost has been found yet. So either we're going to see some crazy tricks here, or we're going to be searching for some progression.
What do we do first? Frigate is available if we want to do some weird stuff. We don't have boost to do Hydro Access.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Isn't boost required for the majority of the Gravelous Frigate stuff? Yeah. Like even to get up cargo freight dock, I think boost is required there, isn't it? It's
mostly hat we're worried about. I think Biohazard is accessible without boost. It's really, really slow though. But I'm guessing Interslice is going to start with a Great Tree Chamber. And then, yeah.
Definitely. If they do know the trick for boostless Life Grove, I definitely would place my bets on that first.
Yep, that's what we want. I think we save here in Reflecting Pool, and then yeah.
Gosh, getting out of this little frost cave jump here can be frustrating.
I think Amojini is using the second jump too early.
I was like, what did Amojini take damage from there? Did not kill the Metroid. That would have been unfortunate getting sent to the bottom of that after getting deboosted by a Metroid.
So yeah, really linear seed here. Question is, where is boost? Where is gravity? Where's boost? We would like either.
Yeah. And main PBs too still have not been found.
Ammo is not going for the phase on student. I'm not sure I agree with this one. I feel like info is good. We like info.
Maybe hoping just to get Farfen over. I mean, in my matchup, clearing Fen before getting the hint would have been a huge payoff, but fortunately I don't know if it'll pay off for this seed.
All right, we're doing some bomb jumping here.
All right, here we go.
See how long this takes.
No. All right. Good recovery. Good recovery.
We don't want to have to do the HBJ twice. Once is enough. Okay. Okay.
Nicely done.
Oh, we're electing to do life group first. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Oh. What? Oh, wait, what? I'm really confused what we're doing here.
Can you not do boostless life growth without gravity? Is it not possible?
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah. But I'm confused why go here if we can't do this. Oh, no power bombs.
Yeah, but the little dude spawns.
The dude spawns.
So what's has a guaranteed PB drop.
I'm really confused by it.
Yeah, because before the reset, I would at least like to check at least what's in the half pipe too.
We gotta ask him about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Because X-rays in logic, so I mean, well, at this rate, you assume kind of everything's in logic for Phazon.
But then why not check Life Grove Tunnel, Nye? That's what's confusing me here. If we're confident, like maybe doesn't know the HP, just wanted to see if it was Life Grove and then do the bomb jump back. Okay, that makes sense. Now that makes sense. Doesn't know the spinner manip. Okay. Things are making sense.
I mean, if you know the spinner manip, not the spinner, if you know boostless life grove to get in there, I feel like you kind of like know the spinless manip too, because you're doing the whole thing boostless regardless. But I don't know. That is one big question. Because if it's not here in Frigate at all, then I'm not sure.
I think it makes sense to me what Interslice did, considering the trick knowledge. It doesn't know the HPJ, only just knows the bomb jump up to the top of the Lycro tunnel, and then doesn't know the spinner manip, so elected to just check Life Grove Dome itself. And then peace out. It makes sense to me. Amojini is doing more checks in Fen than I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with that. I feel like we should just be getting the hint.
Yeah.
But it might pay out. Who knows? Just boost this here and then suddenly race is over.
Yeah,
we can check cargo freight lift list. I don't know if Interslice knows how to climb cargo freight lift without it.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about it more too. Like, even if you didn't know the HPJ to get out, like I would at least give one solid attempt to get the double bomb jump back to the half pipe on the way back out. You know, like just to make sure it's just not that period. Especially if you know it on the way in. I know getting on the way out was getting harder, but I don't know. I feel like I would at least gave it an attempt.
Oh yeah, but what does Ammo want boost for? Ammo doesn't know that we need boost for life growth here for potential.
Correct.
Oh,
if I had,
you gotta be kidding me! It's so impossible to see.
If I had to guess, Amojini's just probably clearing Fen to not have to come back, regardless, unless if it's Lardis. So.
But now we're doing workstation. I don't know what we're doing here.
I don't know about
mines.
the mines.
I guess assuming the meme. You're gonna be disappointed to find that the meme is false.
Yeah. If you have all 6 artifacts, I think you have to get hint here. The phase on hint.
Maybe he wants to set up a pivot, but yeah.
But then boostless Ridley twice. I mean, does a pivot even save that much time then?
It would. It would. I think the consensus is that it would. But I have my doubts on it, but
yeah.
All right, time to climb this room in a fun way.
I guess it does not require boost.
This? Yeah, no, you can climb this room without boost. Alright, we'd like to see Biohazard have this. If not, we're gonna have to do some funky stuff. Pretty sure all you need to do is get up here. Yeah, and then you can jump up. Yep.
Hopefully scanned all. Yep.
Alright. PPC. Apparently nothing. Alright. There it is. Okay. We're off to go. Bye.
Wow. Very nice that it was there. Pretty crazy. Blocked by gravity that way, but I'm still gonna ask on that life grove thing too, I believe.
Yeah, I would just confirm that that we understand what Interslice's trick knowledge is.
Should be an easy TP back out, and should be final bosses.
Yeah,
really
bad.
Yeah, I agree. If Phazon had been any part of the rest of those checks in Life Grove Tunnel, I would have think that would have been a huge punishment. I don't even know if it would have really brought Amojini back in with Amojini doing this mines play. But if Amojini would have went and got the hint, then maybe knew the tricks into Life Grove Tunnel in or out better, then Could have made up a huge difference there.
Yeah. Ammo's getting really punished for not checking the hint, so...
Yeah, because I do think that Amojini knows Life Grove, like, the out of bounds for it. So, at least to get back out. So, if it would have been there, could have been a different race, I think.
And you know what, dude? I don't think a single one of our checks requires boost. Boost could just be dead.
Yep.
We have Rando, Moray Hall, Arbor Chamber, TTB, Artifact Temple, Biohazard. The only thing we logically need is gravity. I don't think we need boost. So boost could very well be...
No, I've never seen this climb. What is this one?
Oh, that's an interesting way to do it.
Huh. That's kind of nice, because then you kind of don't fall if you get munched on, so... It's kind of a cool climb. I might have to look at it.
It's not optimal for exoskip, so we shouldn't do it. Ah, funny. Be getting munched on. I feel like you just use the power bomb here.
Yeah, and hopefully you get the drop.
Because we don't need the power bomb to grab that item. We also... Well, I guess we do... Wait, what? Okay, then why save the power bomb? I'm kind of confused.
Maybe for the check after your Fungal Hole. I think it requires 1 PV. And it is
no.
not fun to go there.
PMT requires it, but up to that point we do not. Fungal access does not require PV. Only PMT.
Well, to get into PMT, right?
Yeah, but...
Yeah. That's what I was meaning.
And when Jamie getting punished for not grabbing the other stuff. Or the other PV expansions in Nursery and, what you call it? Gallery Tome. I'm just really curious where the gravity seed is. This could be anywhere.
Mm-hmm. So at least for me, this would have been a gravity hard required for me. So if it's something like OP or something, you're just... I would have been cooked.
Yeah, but now you know the simple bomb jumps, so that's it.
We need to know where boost is at too in the credits there.
PMT's an E. That's gravity.
Oh my!
Ammo's getting baited here. I mean, that's good. You grab that. You grab that. You want that.
I bet Ammo thought that was phase on and hit the lottery.
They still hit the lottery though, because now you can climb. now you can climb Biohazard. So.
Oh. That's a real bummer.
Oh, up dash almost worked, but it did not. Okay, we want to get rid of you. Oh my goodness, we matched that here. Oh,
we might be cooked. We might be cooked. Oh! No energy.
Drop system. Hearts are pre-firing, dude. Through the wall. Literally wall hearts right now.
This reminds me of like the GoldenEye 007 days where you just... golden gun mode here.
I guess now we X-ray shoot these dudes. Please give us a glove.
Is that a missile?
Oh, okay. Then we can work with that.
Oh, it's gonna reset the pirates or the?
No, it isn't. We didn't.
Okay.
We didn't leave. We didn't get too close. If we went further in, we would have been directed. But that just means we can't. We have to be really careful with these upcoming pirates here.
Oh, did Ammo get them both? Okay.
Okay, this is spooky. No idea what that is.
Just scan it, morph, go.
No. We killed the city. I think we book it to the safe station. Run!
Oh my god. Nicely done.
Oh, I might be this good as well. Interslice. That's a big plus.
Might try to let Essence move here on like one action. Yep, there's the pull skip. Still getting some usage out of that previous pool though. Oh, no more PBs for these guys. Let give them a healthy dose of phase on. Fortunately, I don't know if Interslice is in the pool cancel range here, so we'll probably just try to get another pool right away. Except Essence moved back again.
That's awesome.
Oh
my
god! Barely not. Very nice. Then should just be able to cancel here, or might just be able to go full boat. Not sure. GG's to Interslice. With a time of 1:07:09.
And and Amojini immediately forfeited, so we should be getting them into the channel soon, hopefully.
Oh.
Really curious where Boost is.
Yeah, me too.
Hello, Amojini, welcome. Hello, Interslice, welcome. GG's.
Thank you. GG, man.
Where's phase on? I never took the hint.
It was in hazard containment.
No way. Okay.
Indeed.
Yep.
I just I took the bet it was gonna be in mines or Farfen, and did not.
Well, you weren't too off with mines because that's where gravity was, and
Yeah, I know.
know.
I found it. I was a little bit irritated.
Where was Boost? Did you see in the credits there?
Ice Ruins East. I was right next to it.
Oh, interesting.
So, I guess beginning of the seed, that logic chain for Morph Ball, huh?
That was really bad. Ugh.
Yeah.
If I'd warmed up, that would have been a bit better. I really bungled the beginning game.
Yeah, I think Interslice with movement was able to uh, gain a little bit of momentum in the early game, and then also did Arbor Chamber out of bounds, no ball, no bombs. So
Yeah.
was able to get Morph Ball very early, and then I believe then immediately got, was it Varia afterwards? I think, and then I think was like, okay, got to complete the logic chain now in Magmore. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yep, which I think Amojini Drake was mentioning this. What was it, Drake? There was a point in time where Amogeny could have went and got hints before Interslice and could have seen the Varia much earlier in the chain.
Interslice elected to go back to Hive Totem after finding Missile Launcher. Whereas Ammo quickly peeked Rune Shrine and then went to Root Cave. But then instead of going back to Artifact Temple, went back to Chozo.
Yeah, well, I found the X-ray, and like, alright, well, surely there's something here in Upper Root Cave. So I got the Wave Beam. Like, well, okay,
wasn't in logic.
surely there's a grapple in Artifact Temple then. And then,
No, yeah.
it turns out there was not grapple in Artifact Temple.
Yeah. I think if you would have grabbed Varia at that point, it might have caught up a little bit of the gain that Interslice gained right off the bat. Because then you both would have been, I think, Magmore near or close to the same time, grabbing the rest of that logic chain. I think you still would have had to have gone back for Morph Ball, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unless if you did know that out of bounds as well. Without,
I just...
Well, you would have got it on
I
the way
haven't-
back anyway. Because you go to
Yeah.
Chozo after picking up Plasma anyway. So you go to Root Cave, climb it, grab it, and then go to Chozo. So it's not too bad.
I was kind of debating whether to go into Magmore at all to start because I knew at that point, Grapple and Plasma had to be there and probably not much else. And those aren't super useful early on in Chozo, so...
Yeah.
But
luckily unlocked, I believe, the Go mode for you, which was Ice Beam, locked behind the ice in early fence. So
Yeah.
let's see here. One question I had for you both was at Crossroads, I believe is the room. Both of you elected not to go check Antechamber for Vanilla Ice Beam. Was there or Crossway? Sorry. Was there a reason for not wanting to check Antechamber just in case that was Vanilla Ice, or just decided to roll the odds that it's not there?
I just thought it was slow.
Yeah, it's just slow, and then if you have to come back for Hall of the Elders and there's going to be 3 ghosts there, it just costs you more time later.
Yeah, 'cause I knew... I was debating doing it, but with Sun Chamber still in progress, I knew I had to go the other way to get that other artifact. And like it's just pretty slow for one check, and I'm going to need to come back with Ice Beam anyway.
Yeah, I think at that point we had Wave and Plasma, so you had so much of Fen open too. I'd rather do that than Antechamber.
And it also routed nicely out of Sun Chamber to go into front Magmore. So that was my thought.
Gotcha. And then I think the other thing is Amogeny, after collecting that 6 artifacts, was it just you wanted to bet on mines instead of grabbing the hint? Because I think there's a world here where if Phazon was actually in Life Grove at all, with the checks that you did in Life Grove, Interslice, I think you left 2 of them behind, and we had questions on that too. But if you would have grabbed that hint and then was able to do Life Grove out of bounds, Amogeny, that could have closed the gap significantly if it was Phazon in Life Grove. So,
Life Grove?
If it was,
because we had a hint for Talon Overworld for Phazon suit,
yeah. Because Interslice, you did the double bomb jump to get in, but then reset after seeing the item and did not check the spinner or the half pipe.
I don't really know.
What was your reason behind that?
I don't really know how to do the spinner without boost and gravity, so
Yeah,
that's
Interesting.
why I can do that one. And then the half pipe, I knew I wasn't going to be able to get out of there. I probably, in retrospect, should have checked it anyways just to see if it was there.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
to know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was going to be my question is if you did the double bomb jump in, I was wondering why the reset out before at least giving it one attempt on the way back just to make sure Phazon wasn't in there. So.
Yeah, I probably should have done.
Yeah,
Because
I was like really just worried about whether I'm gonna need probably boost ball. I mean, I knew I could do everything. I knew I could get around not having gravity, but boost is what I was worried about.
Because I was getting pretty worried there because if Frigate ended up not having Phazon at all, that I feel like that would have been a huge either trek back to Life Grove to see if it was those two, or didn't know if you knew the out of bounds for the spinner or not too, or but I feel like that there was a world where if that was Phazon, that would have been heavily punished.
Yeah, for sure. It was a pretty big risk to just go for frigate.
Yeah, I just took the bet that probably. Oh, I know that Phazon is fairly commonly in Far Fen or mines, and I took the bet that it's going to be there this time, and that, you know, with how poorly the beginning of the game went, I'm not going to win it if I take the time to go check hints. Which, looking at the time, it actually looks like it would have been fairly close if I had went back. I was in go mode at right around. I got my 6th artifact at right around 50 minutes, so that would have been fairly.
Yeah, you were
if
like
I'd actually gone for that hint instead.
You were like, I don't remember, something like 5 to 10 minutes behind. Can't remember exactly.
It felt fairly risky for me to basically stop doing checks after I found Ice Beam and just run for my artifacts.
Yeah, see, I figured you would do that, and I thought if it's in Far Fen, I bet that he hasn't checked Far Fen, and I might be able to snag a Phazon suit here. But
Yeah,
no luck.
and
it happens.
And then I think once you saw the suit model, I thought, oh, you probably thought you hit the lottery there, and then unfortunately it was just gravity.
Yep. I was hopeful.
Which, in retrospect, if that would have been Phazon as well, that would have been pretty crazy because that would have been a backtrack after Ridley to get back all the way back to mines as well. But I mean, given the momentum that Interslice had from movement in the beginning, and also the Magmor movement was just crazy, scan dash and everywhere. It would have definitely been closer, but I think the movement in the beginning really put Interslice quite a few minutes ahead. So
I really messed up the beginning. So what happened is I got the X-ray, I got the wave beam, and then I checked Tower of Light and Tower Chamber, and then that wasn't anything, obviously. So then, like, okay, well, now I'm last location. I went in last location to Varia because that's the last thing there, and I thought that was going to be grapple, and it wasn't. And so that's Varia, and so I also last location to Morph or Plasma, which means I also last location. I just last location to everything.
yeah,
It was really bad. So yeah, that's why I did what I did. But
makes sense. And honestly, towards the mid game, I felt like there's a lot of momentum that you were able to pick up too, especially with the movement too. It definitely seemed like you got
Magmor.
yeah, you got warmed up about midway through, and then it was like a switch almost. It was like, oh, now we're cooking. Yeah, I guess I think that also answered your other question, Drake, of why Amojini was clearing more Fen before the hints. So
yeah, I got that. I don't really have much to add there. Yeah, I think we've covered everything on my end. I have no other thoughts.
All right. Well, I guess racers. Do either of you have any additional thoughts? Seed tournament races.
No, it was
Cool
good.
stuff.
Good first race. This was. This could have been worse. This first seed.
Yeah, I guess the only bad thing was Biohazard.
Yeah.
Everything up.
Pretty linear
These
otherwise.
these really nice. Yeah, Ice Beam Go mode is also really nice. You don't have to like check tons of random stuff for like with Ice Beam looking for whatever your actual Go mode is.
Yeah, super free artifacts today.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, do either of you have any other matches scheduled this weekend?
I don't believe so.
I have one tomorrow at 2:30 versus Jungle.
Yeah. Speaking of matches, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 more happening today.
Wow.
We have 2 happening in an hour. First one is Java versus Sam. Second one is Jay versus Slucky. Then at 5, which is in 2.5 hours, we have Storm versus Salad. And then at 8, which is in, I don't want to do the math. Fine, I'll do the math. 5.5 hours. Sasquatch versus Salad. And that's on SpeedGaming 4, SpeedGaming, and SpeedGaming 4, and SpeedGaming. So stay tuned for those. You can also check out the schedule page. I think it's MPR. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's it from us, I think. I don't think we have anything else to add. Oh, one more thing. A major match is happening tomorrow, which is the finals of the Mentor Tournament, of the Echoes Mentor Tournament. That is happening, and let me look that up. That is happening at 5 p.m., so that's tomorrow, 2.5 hours from now. Then add 24 hours to that. So that will be happening. We don't have a channel assigned for that yet, but that is the grand final. Storm versus Dace. Stay tuned for that. I think that's it for us. Marcus, do you have anything else to add before we sign off?
Nope. GG's to both racers. Was a fun race to watch. Please ignore my Metroid Prime missed knowledge in some steps of the way, but was really enjoyed watching you both. Learned a lot of new things. Thank you.
GG's.
Thanks for commentating. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, that's it from us. Thank you all so much for watching. Oh, and also follow our runners. Excuse me, I forgot that important bit. Thank you, Mark, for commentating with me. And we will see you all next mission.
See you next mission.
Bye.